gonna love this.
I want to hear it. I'm objective. You're critical.
Anico at the disco.
He's positive. Join the Mixtape 615.
Today, tomorrow, yesterday,
It is the dopest supporter group in all of Nashville.
forever. Testing. 1 to the 2 to the 3 to the 4 to the. I'm gonna keep going, baby. Yo, it's the Mixtape 615 podcast. This is the place to be. Yo, if you're a Nashville Soccer Club fan, I need you right now. I need you to lock in with us real quick, yo. If you're trying to see what's up with the boys in gold, come on. This is the podcast. This is the one to listen to. Check it out. I'm your boy, Tunji, a.k.a. Young Turtle, the Soccer Face, SF Doom, the Big Kahuna, munching on a little tuna sandwich, the DR Kid, that's Dominican Republicana, for those of you who don't know, affectionately known as Steam Papi, Yama Me por favor. Yo, any given Wednesday, you can catch me at Southside Kitchen and P, sipping on half-off whiskeys because they got the deals, baby. AKA Mississippi Mai Tais on this beach in Belize, feeling cool like a summer breeze. A dude walking down Broadway with the cleanest pair of Nikes that you ever did see. The Golden Boy, Golden Voice, Chicago Mike, Glizzy Gladiator, and newly minted Hey Jude, don't let me down. Whatever, however it goes, bro. England all the way, baby.
Tunji, you let them down. You let them down.
Who did?
Hey, England, as of recording, England has not played yet. So
Yeah, we're good, bro. We got a whole like 7-8 hours before me.
Is Harry Kane playing? Is Harry Kane playing? He left the game last match.
We don't need Harry. Yeah, that's what you think because you're a Bundesliga fan, but we don't need Harry. All right,
yeah,
Austin,
Tottenham
since you
found that out
want
pretty
to
quick.
pipe up, talking all this nonsense, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, please.
Hey, there's a reason my name is Austin, aka Wild Man. I be wild. AKA Ginger Snap, aka The Fumbling Dublin, aka Chicken Parm, aka Red Beard. That's Logan, tell me who you are.
all right, everybody, y'all know who it is. It's Logan, aka Beer Main, aka Summer Sam, and this is Mixtape 615 podcast brought to you by the Mixtape 615 supporter group, the dopest supporter group in all of soccer in all the world. Y'all need to jump in. Just go to mixtape615.com. That is mixtape615.com and jump in with us. Run this pitch with us because all the way from Spain making it to the finals, Argentina making it to the finals as of recording
Humbug.
a few minutes ago. I know,
Chapter, baby, all the way.
Back to more goals being scored in the MLS this weekend than I could count. Crazy amounts of goals that were scored this weekend.
Yeah, against us. Against us, actually.
Against us, though. There were
that's all
Miami.
There were
Against Miami.
four games. There were 4 games on Saturday, if I remember right. I think it was 4. There were 4 games on Saturday that all went 4 or more goals scored in this by one team. Insane, absolutely insane. Yeah. So I know it's just crazy. So
at Nashville SC, in case any of y'all aren't watching on YouTube, Tunji's holding a cup. Says he got drafted by Nashville SC. So
this is an OG souvenir. If you don't know, if you don't know.
Well, there is a lot of soccer news out there in the world, but we do want to bring it all the way back to Nashville SC because we've got a brand new coach. Hey. Austin Tunji, I know you guys saw it. For those of you who are listening, if you are following us on our Instagram, on our Facebook, you should have seen the instant reaction that I had after recording for 30 minutes trying to get it correct, but just trying to not fumble over my words. You saw the initial reaction that I had coming into BJ Callaghan as Nashville's new coach. He is not there quite yet. It'll be July 22nd, but
yeah, he's still recovering from getting grouped. I'm not gonna let that go. I'm not gonna let that go, bro. You think I'm gonna let that go?
Finally have a coach, it is exciting to now have our second coach in history. So, Tunji, initial reaction, man, like second coach in Nashville's MLS history. What are your thoughts?
Well, it sucks to get a coach that just got grouped because for some reason you thought I was gonna let that go. Yeah,
Did he get grouped or did Bearhalter get grouped?
They all got grouped. That's why you call it a group. You got grouped. The whole group, the whole lot of them.
The whole group got grouped.
The whole group got grouped. Anyways, if you want my opinion on just Brian, I'm gonna assume his middle name is Joseph or something, Callaghan. You know what, man? It's all right. It's okay. Given what was out there, it's okay. Compared to Gary Smith, he's gonna be what I am expecting is that he's gonna be more development focused. He's gonna be a little bit more tactically flexible, and I'm hoping he's gonna come with a more analytical approach, right, to the game. Okay. I don't believe, from what I've gotten, like I'm just a fan, bro. From what I've gotten as just as an ultra fan, like right, like I don't feel like I've seen those things I mentioned, analytics, the tactics, the development. I just don't think that was a thing in Gary Smith's tenure. It was, but it wasn't as much as like making sure that we had good players, good solid, like slightly above average players, and then molding them into defensive powerhouses, which is what Gary's whole thing was about. Now, BJ's biggest thing, right? He's going to have to take this young, the talent that we're bringing in, Joey Skinner, Forster, a Jago, however you want to say it.
It's a Jago.
Those announcers got to get it right.
It's his time to. This is the guy. Like if you're bringing him in, right? Like if you're bringing him in now, then this season's a loss, bro. Like we're like don't expect much for the rest of the season. But what you should be expecting from a guy like this and a decision like this from the top brass is like help us get these young guys to where we're now developing a culture, not from hey, you come in from another team like New York, the Red Bulls in New York or wherever. Yeah. No, you're born and bred Nashville SC.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about player development. If you look at like his tenure with Philadelphia Union, during his tenure there, they made the U.S. Open Cup final three times while he was there. And typically, if you've ever watched MLS players or MLS teams in the U.S. Open Cup, it's a lot of times they're development players. It's not necessarily their A squad that is playing in the U.S. Open Cup. So that does actually speak to his player development, I think. If you can read into that a little bit more, he was also their U17 coach, but he's in Nashville now. We'll have to see. I wasn't like the biggest fan because we talk about his set piece and everything, and I know I mentioned it whenever we heard the rumors about BJ Callaghan, but I wasn't really set on him because if you look at the U.S. men's national team, their set pieces in the World Cup, their set pieces in Gold Cup. It wasn't like the greatest set piece tactics. It was kind of what Nashville does. It's kick it into the box. There was no like setup, it's just kick it into the box and hope your tall guys.
Are you saying you didn't see tactics, or is it just that
I didn't see it? There might have been some there, or like they were disguised so well that they even tricked us. I don't know.
Do you feel like they relied more on their talent? Not only for the set pieces, but overall for Copa, then they relied on strategy and tactics.
Yeah, I think that's just U.S. men's national team as it is since Bearhalter has taken over. I think that the talent that is with the U.S. men's national team at the moment is better than their coaching staff. And so I don't know if you can attribute the success that they've had as of late to the coaching staff. But
I mean,
if you go back to where we are, I mean, he's now with Nashville. Do we have the talent that is better than the coaching staff at this point, or is he actually going to have to create with what we've got? I'm curious to see what changes are going to happen. Are we going to see, because he's coming in, we've got the summer window, are we going to see some changes?
Well,
Are we going to see some
he's coming
buyouts?
in, I think, a day after the summer window starts.
Is it?
So.
Okay. So we're probably not going to see any, or we might see big changes.
You
quickly.
think he's not talking? You think he's not talking to Mike Jacobs and the rest of them, bro?
Are we going to see Randall Leal come back healthy and him use him?
Who?
Or are they going to buy him out and sell him?
I don't know that. I don't know that
who
name.
you're talking. I don't know that name. You speak of.
That's what I'm saying.
We've only talked about people that
a Smandel. What?
I shouldn't have mentioned the name. I shouldn't have mentioned the name.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
But are we going to see guys like that, leaving the squad? Are we going to see players like Ajago, like Isaiah Jones has been on the bench past few matches? Joey Skinner just got his first playing time with the team. Like, are we going to see guys like that? Or are we going to see BJ kind of stick with the squad we've got for the remainder of the season and try to make something? He's coming in for Leagues Cup, right? So is he gonna play the young guys for Leagues Cup? Is he gonna play the A squad and try to get some chemistry before the MLS season resumes? We'll have to see.
It depends on what is this guy's mentality. I don't know. I know that I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't know because I don't follow USMNT like that. So I don't know what he is this guy a diehard he's got to win, you know what I mean, I'm sure everybody on this level of sports will say, hey man, it's all about competition, we got to win that boo 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 boo. I want to know what this guy's philosophy is. I don't know it now. I had time to research, and I know he's about player development and all that.
Player development, analytics, strategies rather. So
that's what they say, but I don't have a feel for him yet, and I'm sure that's what most Nashville fans are saying.
I mean, this is his first head coaching job. He's been an assistant outside of what?
He's never been the guy.
U17.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been. Yeah, I mean, he was at a college coach. He was U17 head coach. But as far as at this level, he hasn't been a head coach. So this is his first job as a head coach, which I was saying, just give a guy a shot. I don't know if this is the guy I was actually calling for to get the shot, but now he's got it, and we'll have to see what he can do with it.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do, bro.
Yeah, let's be real. This is, like you said, this is his first professional position when it comes to a head coaching position. It's his first time with a professional club in a head coaching position at that level. So
outside of his interim role with the U.S. men's national teams,
interim is not being the guy. Interim is the guy that we have right now. It's just, hey, we've got someone, we need to stick into that role. I mean, Roomba's been that guy for us. I feel like he's done pretty well.
Has he? My position has changed, and we'll talk about that in the third segment.
I know.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
A lot of us have a question about that, but
it's not against preference. It's not against Roomba in general, but it's just
no. Again, there's business.
I think reality has struck,
and that's part of it. Is I think the reality struck for Nashville is that the game that we are playing now is not going to get us into the playoffs, into the championship. So what is it that we're going to see out of? No,
you still have hopes for Chet? Are you still?
I'm just saying we're not even going to make playoffs. I don't have hopes for it. I'm saying hopes are dashed.
I was about to say, bro. I was like, you still think that champion? You think that a deep playoff run is in the cards? Is that what you think?
No, I think that it is set in for most Nashville fans that the playoffs are now a lost cause. I think that up through June, we still had some hope that we could get there. I think that it has hit very hard in the last couple of games.
3 losses in a row will do that.
3 losses in a row.
That'll do that, bro.
Not going to be the team to move forward with us. So we all have the question of what is it that we're going to see out of BJ Callaghan? What is it that we're going to see out of Coach coming into the end of the year? What is it that we're going to use to define success to the end of the year? And that's honestly the question that we kind of want to answer for ourselves. next and coming up. So stick around.
Hey, Mixtape 615, are you ready for the 2024 season? We want you to join us, join our supporters group. It is the dopest supporters group in all of Nashville. So sign up right now at mixtape615.com and rock your 2024 membership scarf so you can show off and say, we run this pitch. Imagine standing on the field, feeling the energy of the game close up, all of the energy of the stadium. That's a reality for our members. You can get on-field opportunities, plus get access to our tailgates where you'll bond with fellow fans over great food, soccer passion, and don't miss out on our epic away game watch parties. So sign up now, mixtape615.com, and join for the 2024 season.
All right, so here we are. We're back. We're going to talk some more Nashville SC for you hooligans, you maniacs, and you sickos that want to talk about Nashville after a 4-1 butt whooping, you know. But here we are. We're right here. We're ready to do it.
Hey, we've got to develop, what we're gonna do moving forward.
You think we're gonna do that? I think that's mostly on the guy that we're about to talk about.
That's true.
That's on the guy. Look, all right. So here it is. Most of you have heard the news. We just talked about it for I don't even know how long, but we just talked about it. BJ Callaghan, Brian Jehoshaphat Callaghan. I don't know his
Benjamin
middle name.
Jefferson.
I want you to make up a different middle name every single time you talk about it.
I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah. Okay. Brian Jemima Callaghan.
Jemima? What?
Yeah.
Yeah, syrup now.
He's a distant relative of Aunt Jemima. Everyone knows.
Man.
Everyone knows this. This is common knowledge, guys. Don't act like Brian Jamosis is not a distant relative of Aunt Jemima. Anyways, we've had fun, but we have to get to the brass tacks. Look, we have a new coach, right? This is a new coach. So what does that mean for Nashville SC? He's coming in off of a 3-game losing streak, which is just disgusting. Absolutely, as a fan, as a longtime fan, this is hurtful. These are the dark times. These are the times that we'll speak about in the silent, in the hush. when in the hush moments, whatever, bro, in the quiet times. But we have to understand when you have a new coach come in, obviously fans like us who don't know anything, we're armchair analysts. We're just gonna say stuff. But what we want to do right now, as a group, as a Mixtape 615 group, we want to define parameters on how we will judge Brian Callaghan. What do you guys want to do? You want to do his first 30 days, or you want to do his first for the rest of the season? What are you guys feeling?
I mean, it's a 30, 60, 90 is what you have to do for any new role in leadership in any corporation. So, I mean, we go 30, 60, 90. We can basically talk about the next 30 days. What can you do now versus what are you going to do with the season?
What do you think? What do you think, Austin?
Honestly, with where Nashville is right now, I'd like to see us give him through the end of the season, because it's going to be a big turnaround. It's not going to be a quick 30-day turnaround.
Okay. I kind of agree with you. So I'm sorry, Logan, you've been downvoted. We're going to we're going to talk about him. I do like the idea of a 30, 60, 90 though.
We can maybe touch base in 30 and 60 and 90 and see where we are.
That's all that is. It's literally just touching base where the points of success.
I think we create what do you call it? What is it? I don't work in
development plan.
We created a development plan, and we have these particular
action
ideologies or action items. Thank you. I don't
in teaching here. If we're grading him, right? If we're grading him in teaching, this is our rubric. This is our
Yeah.
rubric. These are the
here's
things that we are.
rubric.
Yeah.
And the rubric is going to stay the same over 30, 60, 90, the rest of the season, right? But like we can evaluate this rubric over 30, 60, 90, 120, 240 days, right? Okay. So let us start, Logan, with you.
All right.
Give me, but like here, we're gonna create a rubric. It's gonna be each one of us are gonna pick one item on this rubric. It's gonna be 3 items on this rubric. I need you to pick one item, and I need you to tell me what that item is, how you're gonna grade that item, and why you think it's important.
All right. I think it's very simple when it comes to our guys. I could care less about what the attitude towards the coach is. I know that we need to make sure that our people rally around each other. But the biggest thing that matters when it comes to success for BJ Callaghan is attacking final third. What are you doing to finish strong every time we're down there?
Okay.
We have way too many chances, way too many kicks, like way too many shots on goal to have 7% success and now lower. It was 7% success before the last 3 games.
Yeah.
We had less than 10% success rate with shots on goal. So what are we doing? Or with shots?
I was about to say, is that shots to goal?
Shots to shots on goal to goals being made. We had less than 7% success. And I don't think that's acceptable in any way, shape, or form. If we're going to create shots happening, they have to be on net. If we're going to create shots that happen on net, we've got to be able to score. I think that is the issue that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I mean, you always want to score. Like
well, that's where you win.
Soccer, football, that's where you win. Team,
but we're getting down there. We're creating the chances. Why are we not finishing? That's the item. Okay. That's the item he has to address.
Give me 1 or 2, maybe even 3 things that you're going to look at for BJ Callaghan to improve that.
All right. So first, chances being made. That's obvious. I think that's an easy one.
Like expected goals or just
expected goals are always important to have. Expected goals are always important to have. So an expected goal rate that is higher than what our average has been. I don't have it in front of me right now. I'm pretty sure it's been less than 1.
No, it ain't that bad, bro. It ain't that. I hope not.
No, we've got better expected goals.
No, we've got better expected
goals.
Our
goals per game are less than 1 probably at this point.
So the next item from that. So expected goals is big. So high percentage expected goals. The next thing is shots on goal. We have to have a higher amount of shots on goal than we do shots in general. That has to be the case. There's got to be more accuracy. There's got to be a better urgency to finish in that final third. And obviously with goals being there, who is scoring them? I think it is important for us to focus on who are the ones that are scoring. Right now, Hani is not there. He has 5 goals on the season. Sam Surge has 8, almost double. So
and almost all of Hani's are from the spot
PKs. Yep. He's got 4 from PK, which is insane.
So Sam Surge is scoring from free play.
Sam Surge is our guy who's scoring. I think Ajagos is going to come. He's got 2 goals with Nashville. Obviously in the international play with CONCACAF, but he's got 2 goals in free play. I think we focus on our 2 big guys up front and how we get them the ball to score. If Hani's going to score, he's going to have to score from outside the box because he's got missiles he's launching from out there, and I love it. And he's staying on net. So what are we doing with our guys in the front?
Okay. So increased chances to score and increasing goal accuracy. Like the accuracy of the shooting.
Yep.
That's what you're looking at.
It's accuracy.
Overall, you're
accuracy,
looking at
chances,
attack in the final third.
Of course.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with you. I'm not arguing with you, brother man. I think that is a solid thing to ask of a new coach when we've been through 5 years, I guess,
where we haven't developed
of
that.
carry ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, you're talking to an England fan, also, England who has made it through the to the semifinals of their.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. They play.
Well, no, we're in the semifinals. That's where we're at. I couldn't say the same of United States men's national team. They're not a
Or
team
Canada.
making it through. Hey, we're not talking about
Canada was,
Canada.
hey, they made it to the semifinals.
I'm trying to
Haven't made it through.
dogpile on the U.S. right now, and you guys.
There ain't
aren't
no
giving me
reason
the
to right now.
opportunity.
We're
No,
talking
there's not.
Nashville. We're
No,
talking
there's not.
Nashville.
I just thought I'd bring it there because I know that the people listening want to hear that. Anyways, Austin, I need you to tell me what are you. So we've got increased attacking in the final enhanced attacking in the final third. And Logan has given out the way he's grading that and what he's looking for. I need you to give me what you're looking for Brian Callahan's 30, 60, 90.
So,
240. 240. What's 240 times 2?
I mean, 240 is like
480.
9 months.
Said
Oh my God, you guys don't know math.
You said 240 times 2. I said 480.
Is that it though?
Yes.
480 is over a year.
Oh, you're all right at math. Go ahead. Give me your two.
Easy.
Your 30, 60, 90, 240.
All right.
120.
I don't know where we got 240. But hey, we're gonna go. My thing that I'm most looking for is player development. I know that that's what he is known for, and so I want to see that happen with Nashville. I want to see integration with new players. So the Joey Skinner, the Forrester Jago, the Isaiah Jones. I want to see those guys coming in, but also I know we've played half a season with them, but the Drew Yearwood is still new. The Tyler Boyd is still new. So I want to see development of players with integration of those new players. I want to see performance increase with those players, and I want to see adaptation with our team with those players. I don't want to see them just throwing them into a position. I want to see us adapt to their playing style as well and bring them up to the level that we're expecting them to be at. So that's first and foremost. I want to see the integration of new players. I want to see them kind of rising to that level that we expect in an MLS club. Next, I want to see the improvement with our existing players. The observable skill enhancement. That's what I'm calling it. I want to see
observable skill enhancement.
Yes. I want to see the skill that they have, us to be able to just the casual observer seeing them get better. And that comes with the small things. That comes with hustle. We're going to talk about it in a minute, but we just talked, we've mentioned the loss that we just had to Portland. If you watched a video, I think it was Ben Wright who actually shared the video, but all 4 of the goals were preventable if our players hustled back to their position. It was quick turnovers and it was a lack of hustle from our players. I don't want to see us conceding goals because they didn't run hard enough. So I want to see observable skill enhancement. I want to see them moving the ball through the middle in tight spaces. I don't want to see the lazy passes that we've had recently. I want to see better passing. I want to see better chemistry. I want to see passing to open space and players running into that open space. So that's kind of what I mean. I'm mentioning, a lot of these things that seem elementary, but I want to see that observable skill enhancement. So those are how. So overall, just player development, but those are how I want to grade him: is the integration of new players and the improvement of existing.
Player development based off of observable skill enhancement, and what else?
New player development.
Yeah, so the new player development, that's the performance of the new players and adaptation.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
No. Hey, look, man. As fans, like obviously we are like, especially as Mixtape 615 fans, we're always going to demand the team to be at its best. Like even when they're playing like they are right now, like
Perfection.
they can give us excuses all day.
I want them
as a
to
group,
play
like,
the speech from Denzel Washington from Remember the Titans. Perfection.
yeah,
Football is fun.
yeah,
Is it?
it
You having
is.
fun? No. Yeah, no. It
All right,
was
Tunji.
fun, yes, but not anymore.
No,
Tunji,
no.
how are you
Well,
grading BJ? How are you
I'll
grading
tell you
BJ,
how I'm
Tunji?
about to grade BJ. And you know the funniest thing is my grading of BJ is probably going to be on the shortest time horizon. Why? Because he just coached a team that got grouped. Saying it again, letting y'all know he's
What's he
part
gonna
of
do
it. He's
again?
part of a coaching staff that just led one of the worst United States men's national team outings performances that we have seen in a long time. Well,
With some of the best talent that we've seen at the U.S. men's national team
I guess
ever.
I guess let's give it that. But here's my score. Here's what I'm grading him off of. Overall, how can this man help us maintain playoff position for the rest of the year?
Hmm.
That's what I want to know.
I was getting ready
Right?
for you to say Leagues Cup. Don't get grouped in the Leagues Cup.
I don't care about that anymore. We're done. We're cooked, bro. This team's cooked for League's Cup.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're cooked.
Maintain playoff
All right.
position.
We're gonna
Okay?
beat 4-1 by Portland Timbers. You think we're gonna do anything in the League's Cup? No. Well, we're
Especially
done.
against our Liga Mecca's opponents.
Yeah. God forbid we play Club America
again.
or even
Logan's over there
Monterey
sporting
again.
Hey,
Oh,
it's a great
God forbid.
flag that I
They
received
will,
from one of their
they
fans
will
last year.
relish. You think they forgot? You think those teams
Nah.
forgot? They've not forgot. So they're
The
ready.
Rats in Nashville.
Yeah, Las Ratas. I love that nickname, by the way. Anyways, how would I grade that? Right? Like that's
Yeah.
you know, how are we gonna grade his ability? I could just say, like, well, he didn't make the playoffs and then just
Yep.
go with that, right? No.
Say wins and losses.
Here, yeah, that's an easy out. No, I'm gonna dig deep.
Okay.
I'm gonna grade him on his ability when it comes to tactical transition,
Okay.
which incorporates his coaching style, his
Okay.
approach, which I'm hoping differs significantly from Gary Smith's approach. How will he implement new strategies and new styles mid-season? You know, that's a challenging thing to do. How is this guy going to tackle that problem, that challenge? And you know what I mean? The players, they obviously need time to adapt. But this is what I'm going to grade him on, right? I'm going to grade him on the tactical transition from Gary Smith to Roomba to now BJ. I'm also going to grade him on, and this is me, you know, just being fair and being kind to him. How are you going to build up this morale on this team? This team has been through a lot. You think we've been through a lot as fans? This team has been through a lot.
Well, they've been taking the brunt of the negativity.
This team has watched the fans, us, just kind of like, I mean, in at home, give up on them a little bit. You know what I mean? I never give up on you, dude. They're not feeling that, and I don't feel it. I sing that song whenever I'm at the game. At the end of each match, I sing that parting song at the top of my lungs. But I gotta be honest with you, man. When you're getting smacked 3-2, 4-1, when you're losing the teams you're not supposed to lose to at home, that you don't sing that song as hard. You don't sing that song from the bottom of your heart. You know what I'm saying? So I know this team is feeling that. I know that they're feeling that. I can tell by the way that they come the game while we're singing that song.
Uh-oh.
And like sometimes they'll come and they'll you know, sometimes they'll come and they'll do the thing, and sometimes they won't. They'll come and they'll lock arms and listen to us sing, and they won't. It's just what it is.
Can I piggyback
The last thing I'm grading them on,
real quick?
go ahead.
Tunji?
Go ahead.
So, like,
Go
literally,
ahead.
you talked about the player morale. I want to see how he coaches them when we go down 1-0. Just the little things within a match. I want to see that. We can talk overall morale. We know that's an issue. But I want to see within the game how you are bringing up the morale and keeping the hustle and then changing the strategy for the players to keep them energized. Sorry, continue.
I think that's a big thing. No, don't apologize. I think you're right. I think that's like a micro little thing that you have to look at. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I'm talking overall for the rest of the season. And again, reminding everybody, I am looking at how he can keep us in playoff position. That's all I care about at this point. If this guy keeps us in playoff position, then I'm like, okay, this is a good signing, right? Because that's and then next year I will readjust my rubric.
Yep.
But for now, it's how can he keep us in playoff position? All right. The last thing inside of that, like how does he keep us in playoff position? I talked about the tactical transition. I talked about the morale. The last thing I'm going to be looking at is how will he devise ways to use our best players? Hani Mukhtar, Samuel Sirleaf. I just those two. Matter of fact, just those two. Maybe I'll throw in a Tyler Boyd. But how are you going to find ways that we clearly have not found at this point to use those guys to create success for this team? Because that is a problem, and until we fix that problem, until we acknowledge that that's a problem, right? I don't even think people are acknowledging. Some people might be, some of these guys, some of us that might be following the team, making content about the team. But honestly, dude, I don't think we're talking about it enough. Hani's not doing enough. I'm going to say it again. Hani Mukhtar is not doing enough. He's not producing enough results.
Agreed.
Samuel Sirleaf is clearly not producing enough results. Tyler Boyd needs to do a lot better. And I'm not blaming these guys. I'm sorry if it sounds like that. I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings. I'm just calling out what needs to happen for this team to be elite. If these are the guys, if these aren't the guys, get us the guys. If these are not the guys that will get us to that place, right? If these are just stopgap or interim guys, then say that. But you're telling me that Samuel Sirleaf, Hani Mukhtar, Tyler Boyd, these are the guys who are going to make us elite. And I believe that. Now I need them to show me that. And I need you, BJ Callaghan, to put them in a position to be that. That's what I got. That's my rubric. You guys know I be too lit on Wednesdays at Southside Kitchen Pub, but it does not have to be a Wednesday for you to get too lit with me at any of our away watch parties. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Mixtape615 for all watch party information so you can get in the mix with us, me, Logan, and Ginger Snap. Let's go.
All right, guys. Well, we are in for a match rewind. It wasn't the most fun match to watch if you are a Nashville SC fan. Portland won 4-1 against our boys in gold. It was rough first half to watch. So if you didn't watch the match, it was one goal after another, 4 goals within the first 29 minutes of the match. It was hard. I remember one of their build-ups. I was sitting there and just looked over at my wife and said, and here's another one. And sure enough, not, 5-10 seconds later, they score. I just saw the buildup happening. I saw the lack of hustle from our boys. And it was actually pretty rough. If you look at Ben Wright, I've mentioned him a couple of times, but he actually he tweeted, I've watched all 249 matches in Nashville SC's professional history. That 45 minutes was the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
so,
he ain't lying,
guys,
bro. He ain't
that
lying.
one was tough to watch. We had a consolation goal towards the end of the game with Sam Surge. I don't even know if I count that. I'll be honest, guys, and I don't know if I've ever done this with a Nashville SC match before. When Brian Anunga received the red card, I turned the match off and I didn't watch the rest of it. So I don't know if I've ever just turned a match off like that. and not finished it, even when we've been down. But like, I watched the whole LAFC match. We lost 5-0. I watched the whole match with a red card, but this one was so much harder to watch, and I was done after the 35th, 39th minute, whenever it was that that Brandon Nunga got his red card. I was done after that. So, Tunji, I've kind of given you my thoughts. Your thoughts on watching that match?
First off, you're clearly not a fan
Ultra.
of the English national team. I've turned the match off, and within like 45, 30 minutes of play time, I'm just like, oh, that's who we're gonna be today. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I've also done it for the Lakers. Oh, I've done it a million times for the Titans. Best believe. I'm just like, I've watched the Titans since 99.
Oh, I've done it for other sports, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I've ever done it for Nashville.
It was the first time for everything, brother man.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, here are my thoughts. I'm just gonna give it to you, and I'm not gonna dilute it. Just an overall, just horrific showing. Awful. But at first, you know what's funny? I saw like the lineup, and I was working that night, so I had to I had to rewatch the game like afterwards the same night.
I'm sorry.
But I did. I know that was rough, dude. I was like, why am I watching this? I have a life to live, bro. but like the funny thing was, I had initially seen the subs lineup. I didn't see like the starting line. I thought that the subs were the starters. I'm like, well, this makes sense that we lost so badly. Like a Jago, Joey Skinner. No shot to Joey. I was actually really happy for him that he's been getting this ability to be on the first teams on the Nashville SC lineup. But I was thinking like, oh, okay, well they got the first team, and then I started the match, and I was like, oh, I read that completely wrong. No, these are guys who should be winning.
No.
These are guys who should never be getting smacked like this. 4 goals in 28 minutes. What are they? What is? I don't care. I don't care what's going on in that locker room. I don't care who the head coach is. I don't care. 4 goals in 28, 30 minutes is unacceptable. They should run laps. Everyone who played in that game should be running laps 100 suicides a day for the next 7 months. That's how badly they play. Oh, is that too much?
No, I said,
That's what. Okay, I'm just double. Anyone who wants to challenge me on that, drop your comments below. I'm a former athlete, and I know when a game like that happens, that's a mental check.
It was a mental breakdown for the entire team.
Of course,
I mean, it really
that's
was.
what it was.
It was horrible to watch, and you saw
from top to bottom.
Absolutely,
to me,
this is
a lesson. No, this is a lesson for Roomba. This is like, I'm like, hey, look, this is what happens when you're being coached by an interim coach. This is why you need a head coach. This is why BJ Callaghan. It's his job. It's going to be his job to prepare this team for every possibility, week in, week out. Like Roomba, look, man. I really do believe in Roomba, but these last 3 games have shown me it's like you're not a head coach yet, bro.
Yeah.
If you want to be a head coach,
he can get there at some point, but yes.
If you want to be a head coach in this league, you're gonna have to figure out have to come off of games like Miami, Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you lose those games, you gotta find a win or at least a result against Portland. And he's not able to do that, and that is understandable.
Yep. All right,
he wasn't
Logan.
expecting to be a head coach this year.
Logan, give me your thoughts.
I mean, it's simple. It was the team was mentally checked out. There was zero hustle. I understand it was 95
no
degrees
excuse for
in
that.
Portland.
No excuse for that, by the way.
I know.
You can't mentally check out of your MLS season match.
Again, it's you have guys like Walker who is ready to leave. You've got guys who are tired and
What?
He's
What?
ready to go to Olympics.
the
Olympics, ready to
Olympics.
leave.
Relax, bro.
Yeah.
Don't. You need to say
So
that.
he's ready to go for the Olympics. He's ready to leave, get on the plane, get to Paris. You've got guys who are not normal starters who are tired, uh, not there mentally. You had some bright spots with again Ajago being aggressive up front, but it wasn't enough. Um, you've got guys who are just tired in general with Hani. Um, not out front like he normally is. Tyler Boyd on the coming off the bench. Um, it's just it was lack of leadership on the field. It was just a horrible showing overall. I hope that this is not what we're going to be seeing this coming weekend against DC. I understand that they traveled quite a bit from one end of the country to the other and then back. We can't have this as another showing.
No, absolutely not. I want to give a little shout out. We talked about this match, and I know we've had 3 matches in a row that were losses. We talked about some player development in the last segment. But guys, my boy Joey Skinner, y'all have heard me talk about him on this podcast multiple times. I've actually been messaging back and forth with him. He gave me a quote that I got to read to you guys from his MLS debut. This dude's worked his whole life for this. So let me read this real quick. All right. He says, "It was a surreal feeling stepping on the pitch for my MLS debut, something that I've been working towards my whole life. Now I will continue to keep working hard every day to push for more minutes and opportunities to help Nashville progress in the standings and push for playoffs. God is so good." So, guys, that's a positive if we can read into these last 3 matches. Is a guy who's actually wanting not just like that stereotypical quote, like, yeah, I'm just wanting to do what I can for the team. He's like, no, I want minutes and opportunities so that I can make that impact. So that's pretty exciting to see, bright light, whatever we want to call that. So, I'm pretty excited to see what Joey Skinner can do for Nashville, and hopefully BJ Callaghan can do something with him.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same. I have been following him for a while now, as mostly since we drafted him and put him on Huntsville. I want him to be a success in the MLS. I think he has the talent to be a success in the MLS. I just don't want to waste it. I don't want to bring him into a situation where it's just like like do or die. Like that's not how you develop talent. And then like I've been giving BJ a hard time, and I'm hoping that the things that people tell me that he's good at is going to help a guy like Joey Skinner. I'm hoping that he can take a guy like Joey, he can take a guy like Forster, he can take a guy like Isaiah Jones, right? Like and turn them into guys who, whether they're doing amazing things for Nashville or they're becoming people that Nashville can use as a trading chip, or we go and sell them to a team in Europe or what have you. Like we just saw what happened in Atlanta. The MLS record for Thiago Almada, but like that's a generational talent. That's not necessarily Atlanta didn't create Almada, but at the same time, they found him and they leveraged him.
Yeah, I think it's going to be telling where when BJ gets here. I think it's going to be telling for where he goes, and I think these next few matches matter a lot for what we're doing. Moving forward. So, Austin, why don't you take us out, man?
All right, guys. Well, that is it. We are wrapping another episode of Mixtape 615. So thank you all for listening to our podcast. We could not do that without you guys. Thank you so much to Doug, our producer. This guy, we give him shout outs every single episode because this dude does so much for us. Don't forget to stay connected, though. Hit us up on all of our socials. Hit us up at mixtape615.com. On Facebook, X, Instagram, you can find us at Mixtape615. And for all of our video content, you know where to find us on YouTube at Mixtape615pod. So keep it real, keep it vibing. Until next episode, guys, Mixtape615 signing off.
Signing off. Yeah.